Hey there, this is Maji Pace Ramos coming to you with today's Maji's Market Minute. Just a little bit about me real quick. I've been a realtor in Miami since 1993. I'm a second generation realtor and a Miami native. I've been studying the market since I was a kid. I've always been fascinated with the market. I guess I wasn't normal. Yeah. I studied international markets, domestic markets, many different segments of the market. In addition to the real estate market, it's just something that I've always liked. So what's going on? Big news, and I am sounding the alarm. Never done that before. Zillow's what's going on. Wow, 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 wow. This is a huge, 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 huge announcement and a huge potential red flag. In case you haven't heard, Zillow to stop flipping homes for good as it stands to lose more than 550 million and will lay off a quarter of their staff. 25% of their staff are losing their jobs. That's just awful. We've determined the unpredictability in forecasting home sales far exceeds what we anticipated, and continued scale Zillow offers would result in too much earnings and balance sheet volatility. Wow, this is like insane. Is it surprising? No, not really. The problem here is that, anytime you have an investor that owns a majority share of inventory, that's risky, that's dangerous. This is what we're dealing with. Okay, Zillow Group is calling it quits. Yep. And they're admitting that they paid too much. Yeah. And that there was a glitch, a fault. They're blaming a faulty algorithm model. I mean, my God, as a realtor, this is not a surprise. We've known that these estimates have always been inaccurate. But wow, what a way to bite them, right? I mean, wow, I feel bad for those 25% of the employees, but this is like crazy. Yeah, in any case, what does this mean? Why is this a problem for a seller? So what if you price your property high? It does matter. Markets are affected by many different factors. They could change and shift at any moment. And sorry, my light is like all over the place. There we go, a little bit better there. Markets could shift at any time. And, this is an example of that. There have been lawsuits, lots of lawsuits, people that have sellers that have, or listing agents basically that have approached sellers and telling them what they want to hear. This happens all the time. They list property super high, and then a market shifts and the seller doesn't sell because he's not priced properly. And there's been multiple lawsuits regarding that, where sellers have lost a lot of money. Right now, if you're a seller and you're thinking, you need to market your property aggressively and price it aggressively because you want to get ahead of this. There's no way to know how this is going to fall out and how much of their inventory they're going to sell, but this is going to affect the market. It's even going to affect whether investors are going to invest in the market. It's going to affect it. It's just a matter of how much and that to what extent. This was an interesting, Jim Cramer, who I do follow. I find him very interesting. He tweeted this morning, "I don't think I could ever own Zillow stock again after listening to that miserable, arrogant, clueless conference call last night. Benchmark of suboptimal thinking." Wow. Way to sugarcoat. Not. So if you're a buyer, what does that mean? Should you wait, and what's going to happen, and timing the market? Well, listen, Zillow, who's a giant in the real estate industry, they couldn't time the market. Why would you be able to? It's very difficult to time a market. What we do know, what do we know? We know that interest rates are very, very low. They're going to go up. It's inevitable. We cannot sustain interest rates this low. So that's what we know. A change in interest rate, even a fraction of a percent, it really affects your buying power as a buyer. So if you find a home, I would jump on it. I would get the home but this is really more than anything affecting sellers. Anybody that's been thinking about selling and they just aren't sure and blah, 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 you need to get in the game. You cannot wait any longer. And if you're, and also very, very important, hire a professional residential realtor. I can't tell you how many transactions recently I've come up against where the realtor, the listing agent is like part-time, or they're a commercial agent. They don't understand the residential market, or I'm working with somebody right now that's semi-retired. This is not the kind of market where you should be doing that. Really, you shouldn't be doing that in any market. But in any case, like magic, I'll get it closed.